Okay, so today, yesterday we just looked at the Rhino horn. So today we're going to take a look at the Ironpaw Retro. And against the Steeljaw, because it's supposed to be G1 Steeljaw. So we'll go against the Steeljaw data disc. So there they are. And before we go any further, I forgot to mention this in the last one. This is what came with my box of these guys. We TF Source are aware that KFC figures have small, delicate parts. These parts may be prone to showing stress or possibly breaking while converting between modes. TF Source recommends and encourages you to review instructions carefully and to watch the video reviews of the figures online. Additionally, we are not held liable for the replacement of parts that are broken due to mishandling of the figures. We are hopeful that with careful handling, this figure will be a welcome addition to your collection for years to come. Kurt and the TF Source team. Now, I'm not going to fault TF Source for putting something like this in my box at all. Yes, they are really amazing. Them and Big Bad Toy Store are very amazing. Like, oh, I got a figure and it broke. Contact them; they'll send you a new one. They're really good about that. So I'm not going to say, oh man, I can't believe they'd do something like that. But I manage a hotel, as most of you know by now. And as a business, putting your mind in a business sense, I see where they have to draw a line. If these things are prone to breaking, and trust me, I can see it easily happen with these things. Then why they shouldn't have to pay the price, because they buy all these from the manufacturer, and why should they have to give out all these freebies when they're breaking? And I can understand where they're coming from. Both of those do come with these little cassette tapes, by the way, or cassette holders. So anyway, so here's in cassette mode. As you can see, he has no real detailing except for a little spool in there. No painted detail. He does have the molded in detail of a cassette, but he has nothing on there to make it look like a cassette. So that's kind of lame. And then the data disc is just a data disc. So let's get him into robot mode. As you remember, this is just the worst of the data disc. So yeah, there he is, and voila, piece of shit. He's just horrible. I hate this thing. We'll just set him off to the back. He's not even in the right colors either. So for him, what you want to do is first you want to pull this section here off, and then split these apart. These will become his shoulder cannons. And you want to get in there and just kind of pull this cannon out. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to do, because I have a tendency of pushing it back in. So again, just they have a little notch that you can kind of grip with a fingernail on the outside, and then you just fold it open like so. And then to transform this, what you want to do is you pull these feet out like so. And then you take them and you want to split this whole section down. And then these fold forward. Those are his legs. And then these down here, you pull out the tail like so. Pull the legs down. Legs down, and then you pull this section out just a little bit, like so, and then you want to pull the head out. And that's the first time I was able to do that. Usually it gets stuck in there and I have to get a pen or something. And then you can open the jaw. There you go. Like so. Pull the wings up. And you take this gun and you just, this little plug on the side will plug into this little hole that's right there on his shoulder. And you can see some stress fractures going right there. And you take this piece here and you plug it into this one right here. And there you go. There's your retro Ironpaw or Steel Jaw. I think that's his name, Steel Jaw. Yeah. Okay, so he's better than him. There's that, but he's not by much. For $25 or $20 or however much he was, it's not worth the price. I cannot recommend this figure to hardly anybody. You know, if you're a diehard Steel Jaw fan, maybe, but paint quality wise, you can see he's basically orange and silver. He's got yellow eyes, but they blend in with the paint. So I mean, you can't really notice it. Oh, you can on that side a little bit better, but not on this side. It's not a good figure. Oh, and I just put his head back. Oh, and now it's, oh, that's way in there. There you go. And this head pops off really easy too, by the way. So it's just on a friction pin. Posability, the neck can go up and down. The head goes up and down, jaw opens and closes. Front arm can go up and down. Due to the transformation, it can kind of get a little bit of outward motion. Bends at the knee, bends at the paw. The front legs are pretty well articulated and they're pretty cool. Back legs are pretty lame looking. They go just a little bit. Bends at the knee and bends at the foot. All in all, this thing is just... Oh, and the wings can kind of move. The cannons can move up and down. And the tail moves. All in all, I like I said, I'll give them a 4 out of 10. All in all, these last two cassettes are really... They're bad. They're not good figures. They're not good quality. They feel like if I were to squeeze him, I think I'd just disintegrate him. They're pretty poor excuses for figures. I do have the what are they called? Onslaught? No, not Onslaught. Slugfest and Overkill. I have those two on pre-order. I've had them on pre-order since October with Beachcomber. Igear's Beachcomber, and still haven't seen them come in. So eventually I'll get them and review them. But, you know, and I've already purchased those. It's not a pre-order I can easily just cancel. I've already purchased them. Otherwise, I'd cancel them because I'm done with this company. I mean, this right here is $50 worth of figures. You know, in between $40 and $50. Where, because this guy was on clearance, he's the same price. So, I can't recommend these things to anybody. They're overpriced for being so cheap. The Squawk Box set. That one had its problems, but it was infinitely better. These guys have like no paint detail. They're just bad. Hasbro wouldn't even let these things come out. Terrible. Anyway. So, question of the day is, what is your guys' views on these things? Mine is they're junk. What do you guys think of KFC's figures? Awesome. Can't even stand.